Morning. So I posted a video not too long ago asking people what kind of videos they would like to see me make, right? After, 1,000-something videos, I'm kind of running out of ideas. When that shit happens, then, I can tell a story, but, sometimes, whatever. So I do read the comments. I haven't really responded to any of them yet, just because I've been busy, but I did read. And I want to address one guy. I'm going to address some of the harder ones first, just because, I don't know, somebody put a lot of thought into this, right? This is from Marco. He had basically a username Marco. He basically said something to the effect of like, what kind of message would you like to leave people? What advice could you give someone between the age of 18 and 25? And, so along those lines is what it was. And it made me think for a while, and I don't consider myself to be particularly wise or, particularly intelligent. I might be pretty worldly or might have a lot of experience under my belt for my age. I'm not that young anymore, but but I don't really consider myself to be the pinnacle of evolution or the ideal person to be giving advice to an up-and-coming generation. But fuck it, here I am. I'll do it anyway, right? Because who gives a fuck, right? Qualified or not. I think looking back and where I'm at now in my life, I have a lot of regrets. Not a ton of regrets. Not like, oh, I fucked up so much. I have regrets. Like everybody has regrets, right? Should have been nicer to this person. Wish I would have done this or that. Wish I would have taken, this step instead of that step. Whatever, parts of life. Learning experience, right? If you learn from these things, then you get something out of it. Then your pain and suffering that, whatever caused you isn't completely in vain. But out of all these regrets I have, the thing that I regret the most isn't what I have done, or isn't how I treated this person, or I wish I would have done this. What I regret the most is shit that I didn't do, It's shit like I wasn't courageous enough, or I didn't take those chances, I didn't take those risks. I wish I would have taken that fucking summer vacation, I wish I would have taken that road trip. I wish I would have asked that fucking girl out. I wish I would have, picked up that fucking guitar. I wish I would have stepped up there, and didn't have stage fright or whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, I wish I would have tried out for that fucking team or whatever the fuck it was, right? Those are the regrets that I have the most, because as I get older, I look back and I think to myself, what held me back from doing these things? Mainly, it was either fear, right? Fear of rejection, or fear of failing, or fear of the unknown, maybe, the unpredictability. Everybody likes to be able to be in a secure and predictable environment. Taking a road trip cross country with just, $50 in your pocket, is kind of unpredictable, to say the least. But, I wish I would have done it, because as you get older, the chances of you doing these things ever again are getting, more real. So it's a shit I didn't do. That's some advice that I would give, is just to don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to ask that chick out. Who knows, get used to being rejected if that's what the case. Who cares, right? You're not going to care. Months down the road from now, you're not going to care. Years down the road, you're not even going to remember it. So who gives a fuck, right? Ask her out, because one of the most successful guys I know when it comes to asking girls out, he isn't necessarily the best looking guy. He isn't necessarily the funniest guy or the most intelligent guy or even the nicest guy. He's just very average, right? Very average. But he always has a good looking girl on his shoulder. Always. And it's like a new one every month. And I'm just like, the fuck, dude? And one day I got him drunk. He wouldn't tell me a secret. One day I got him drunk. And then he spilled the beans, right? He started bragging. It's a numbers game with him. That's what he said. It's a numbers game. He's like, Zach, you do fairly well with women, it seems like, but see, you, like, don't ask girls out, whatever. He's like, you might ask, like, one girl out a month, or whatever. I don't remember the exact numbers he's saying, nor are they necessarily accurate, but he was like, man, I asked like 10 girls out a week. I'm like, damn. He goes, yeah, I get 9 of them saying no. So what? But one of them says yes. And he's like, that's why I got a new one on my shoulder all the time, is because I ask them all out all the time. I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, man. That's why. Because I'm like, doesn't it suck to get fucking told no 9 times? He goes, it used to. He goes, now I just expect it. So when the one says yes, I'm just like, right on. So anyway, That's a different video altogether. I could go on about the game that he calls it, but whatever. So yeah, I mean, you know, just I wouldn't get too caught up in just you know, you're gonna regret the things you didn't do. You're gonna regret, you know, the one that got away. You regret not being nicer to your fucking girlfriend. You're gonna regret not saying goodbye to your mom. You know, you're gonna regret all these things. But you know, just keep that in mind. You know, be bold, be courageous. For those who are bold and courageous and take risks are the ones that get the biggest rewards in life. It's the ones that sit back and watch the show go on as spectators instead of performers are the ones that walk away with the peanuts on the floor. There you go. Does that even make sense? I just made that shit up, kind of. All right, so there's that. I got a little list over here, so I keep looking over here because I would never remember all this shit. Like materialism, like everybody wants money, and I by no means am I some hippie that's like, oh fuck money, you know. As he's like, hey, you got a cigarette? Hey, can you get $1? No, money's important. It's important that you have enough to get by. It's important, you know. Now, how much that is depends on the person, right? And don't get me wrong. There's been times in my life where I have had, you know, I've never been like filthy rich, but I've had a decent pile of money just, you know, for my to live within my means and comfortably my means. And having extra money, for me, I realized the more money I had, the more shit I just bought, you know. If I had extra money, well, fuck it. Why am I driving this fucking V-dub? I'll drive an Audi. You know what I'm saying? Why did you live in this little studio apartment? I'm gonna get a 2-bedroom apartment with a patio by myself just cause. Shit like that. The more money I had, the more I spent. And it was like, it didn't make me any happier. Maybe a little more comfortable. Had a lot more toys. But at the end of the day, it was like, okay, I make 5 times more money than I made 2 years ago, but I still don't have a lot of extra money, and I just have all these fucking toys. And anyway, I found for me, I have enough money to be comfortably, not to have to worry about, oh fuck, you know, am I gonna be able to pay the bills? That's obviously important, but I wouldn't make money the driving point in your life. I wouldn't make that as your goal, or to set that as an expectation to be happy. Because even if I've seen so many people growing up like that I grew up with and stuff, you know, I check in with them and I see like, oh man, fuck, dude, that dude did become a lawyer, man. Fuck, man. Oh shit, he owns his own law firm. Fuck, look at that picture with him and his fucking Ferrari. You know, it's like, you know, you talk to the guy and he's like, you know, and he just doesn't sound happy, man. And he's just like, man. And you know, one guy even was like, this is a while back. I was like, dude, I envy you. I'm like, and this guy had everything, man. Like, big ass house, cars, everything. You know, making 6 figures, easily 6 figures, if not 7. I'm like, why? He's like, cuz, dude, you do whatever the fuck you want. You got no schedule. You fucking tell people to fuck off. I've seen you've had like 50 jobs, man. You fucking, someone pisses you off, you give them the fucking finger and walk. I'm like, yeah, man, but I got nothing to show for it, man. He's like, I got fucking $100 in my bank account, and I've fucking taken the bus. He's like, yeah, man, but you don't really have the problems that I have. I'm like, what are your problems? And he lists them all. I was like, damn. He's like, I got a wife that fucking doesn't talk to me. I got fucking kids that fucking hate me. I got fucking work. I got fucking high blood pressure. Fucking all that. Blah, 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 blah. You know, just the list goes on. And he's just like, I wish I would have made different choices, man. I thought I'd be happy if I had all this shit, you know, like my parents did and whatnot. He's like, but then as I got older, I realized they were fucking miserable too. They hate each other. So anyway, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of happy rich people. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from getting rich. I'm just saying, don't make that the driving point in your life. The driving point in life should be to be happy. You know, that's your goal in life. If it takes a lot of money to be happy, so be it. Just don't be surprised if when you attain that goal, if you ever do, that you're still unhappy, because I see that happen a lot. But if, you know, so I'm not discouraging people from trying to make money, by all means, you know, but I just found that for myself, I can be happy with a modest amount of money and toys and stuff like that, so long as I was, you know, happy doing with what I was doing. And for me, what I like to do is whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever I want to do it. That's what makes me happy. I'm really unhappy when I have a schedule, and I'm really unhappy if I'm being told and forced to do something that I'm not interested in. I can do it for a short period of time, or I can do it. Of course, I have to do it sometimes, so I usually work part-time, just enough to make ends meet, so that I have a lot of free time to do the fuck off, to do whatever the fuck I want, to do absolutely nothing if I want, right? You know, so that's what I like to do. I mean, I can make more money and have bigger shit and bigger toys and a bigger bank account and work 3 times as much if I wanted to, but I don't want that. So find that whatever it is for yourself, you know. Trying to be I found that, you know, try not to be so judgmental. When I was younger, I was really judgmental. Like, you know, I would, you know, not just with like lovers. I'm just talking about just in general with people. Like, you know, I was really short. Like, certain things really upset me about people. Like, if they had these traits or these quirks, or if they did this or didn't have this attitude about this or this opinion about this, then I would just kind of shut them off. I wasn't mean to them, but I would just like, not really my friend. Just kind of this kind of guy that just kind of like smile and say, hey, as I keep walking. As I got older, I realized to be a little bit more accepting to other people's things that used to that I disagree with or that may bother me, so long as they're respectful to mine. I learned to be able to treat others like the golden rule, which is a great rule if everybody would follow, but that's impossible, so everybody gets taken advantage of. But to do unto others as you would have them do unto you, you know, that's a great rule if people can follow it, but it doesn't happen that way. So do unto others as they do unto you. Treat people with the kindness and respect that they show you. You know, give people, you know, the benefit of the doubt until they fuck you, or until you see them trying to or about to. I don't know. I try to be more tolerant these days. Life is short, and you know, after being intolerant towards some people, and then later on in life realizing, you know what, this person wasn't that bad, or this person was actually a good person, I misjudged this person. It makes you feel like you should be a little bit more tolerant. Yeah, try to be happy. You know, if you're unhappy, you know, in your life, change it. You know, if you hate your fucking job, quit. If you hate your girlfriend and she makes you miserable, dump that bitch, get a new one. You know, if your boyfriend fucking sucks, kick him to the curb. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, just if you don't like where you live, then fucking move. That's it. You know, you don't like living in bumfuck Ohio, move. You know, to get some balls, save a little bit of money, and fucking go. You'll be all right. You will. You know, I mean, it's nice to have a safety net, but it doesn't have to be like, you know, go for it. I mean, it's okay if you fail. You may take a little bit of time to recover from that failure, but you know what? Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in bumfuck Ohio for the rest of your life. Fuck Ohio. Ohio sucks. I've been there. It sucks. Fuck that place. Get your ass over to the Northwest. Go down to fucking Seattle or Portland or California, you know, or fucking Florida or fucking East Coast. Get out of fucking Ohio, right? Avoid Missouri too. No, I don't know about Missouri, but weather sucks. But anyway, yeah, just do it. You know, just fucking do it. You know, don't bitch about things that you don't need to subject yourself to either. So it's like, don't bitch about how bad Ohio sucks or how shitty your fucking girlfriend is all the time if you don't need to be in Ohio, because you can leave, right? Or, you know what, you don't need to be with that bitch. You kick that bitch to the curb and fucking go fuck her mama if you want. I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying? She ain't the only girl in the world, and you could fucking leave. So, keep that in mind. So, what else did I write down? I'm skipping some of these. I'm looking at them like, yeah, this was a long video already. You know what? I'm going to make this as a multiple section. I'm not going to sit here because this will go on for about 45 minutes, and YouTube's attention span is about 3 minutes. So already I just went overboard by about 10. So to be continued. Thanks, Marco, for the suggestions, and I'm going to make a part 2. This is part 1. Peace out.